So the Trinity Guardian patient barrier system is a really cool idea. So the idea is you need a verifiable process that's repeatable and doesn't depend on workers doing things right or wrong, okay? So what do we have? So we took a cover made of the same material of these high-end mattresses, so it's breathable, okay? So it helps prevent pressure ulcers just like the high-end mattresses. And we cover the mattress, and we also cover the bed deck. That's the metal that the mattress sits on. What that does is, when you bleed or you have urine or feces, I hate to say all these things, but you get all these nasty things on the mattress, where do they go? Right off the end of the bed and right into the bed deck, okay? Well, guess what? We've got that covered so that when that happens, it all leaves the room with the patient, okay? So you have this cover, you put it on, it takes about a minute to put on. It's reverse rolled, so the patient contact surface is inside, so you don't touch that mattress with anything. You cover it all. Then once the patient leaves, you just roll it back up, send it out to the laundry. It can be done in any laundry in the U.S. Any healthcare laundry can do this. We've got it in multiple laundries all over the U.S. now doing it. No problem. It's just, these are computers now in laundries. They just dial up our special formula. This is, I'll give so much chlorine, and so we wash with chlorine. Now, I told you chlorine's dangerous for these mattress surfaces. No, it isn't, because we rinse it off and we use lower concentrations, but because we're using heat in the process, guess what happens? It makes the chlorine much more effective, okay? So the chlorine works even at that lower 150 parts per million. So I'm not putting that 5,000 parts per million all over the mattress. So chlorine is great. I love chlorine. We need lots of chlorine, but you don't need to use but so much, and you've got to rinse it. Well, this does all of that. So you clean it, you rinse it, you chlorine it, you rinse it, and then you dry it with heat. Okay, so that bacteria do not like heat. The one thing nobody can argue about is heat kills bacteria, okay? So we kill that, then we inspect every mattress. So I told you I'm worried about failures of mattresses. Up to a third of mattresses in multiple huge studies have cracks in them, visible cracks, and about 5 to 10% have blood and secretions inside of them. Okay? That's not going to happen with this product because we're inspecting it every time. Just like operating room linens are inspected because we can't have cracks in those, same idea, we inspect all of ours. So this thing comes back, it's all reverse rolls in a little bundle like this. Open it up, I can put it back on in a minute. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute to put on, 30 seconds to a minute to take off. Very simple, very repeatable, and very importantly, it's got clips. It's made individually for each bed. So if you have an X manufacturer's XYZ brand, okay, this is their certain bed, I don't want to use any particular manufacturer, and so you say I need a cover for that bed because every bed's manufactured a little differently. All the clips make sure that cover stays on and doesn't move. If you go out to Walmart and buy a cheap little plastic cover and you say that's going to work, well, first of all, you're going to sweat like mad, you're going to get pressure ulcers, but second of all, it's going to pop right off. These mattresses come up, they articulate, they turn into beds. You can't do that. We tried it, we were curious to see it work. It doesn't work, okay? So that's why you have to have this system that actually connects to the bed deck, and that keeps it from moving. So every time you get a verifiable process, the cover is actually barcoded, so I can tell you how many times it's been used. I know exactly where it's going. I know where it's supposed to be. I can tell you, oh my gosh, that thing is at the end of life. We've shown that we can run it through at least 150 without degradation. We're going to run that up to 400. But so it doesn't cost that much for the cover. You've got a little bit of time in putting it on and off, but I've already told you you need 30 minutes at least to clean the bed correctly. This is 1 to 2 minutes. Now you're still going to have to clean the handrails, and so you're probably going to have 10 minutes of cleaning handrails and stuff like that. But the actual cleaning of the mattress is at least 10 to 20 minutes at least just to clean the mattress. Don't worry about the rest of the stuff. You've got to just clean the mattress. We can do that in 1 minute. I just put a new cover on. And so very simple, and it can be put on any kind of bed. I can put it on any manufacturer's bed. I can put it on ER stretchers, operating room stretchers. I can provide clean wherever you want it. They cost about $450. So if you look at it, if you say 150 uses, that's about $3 a turn. That's not all bad. And it costs about $5 to $6 to clean them, okay? Because they've got to be cleaned well. I mean, obviously you don't want them just take them up, wipe them off, then you've got the same problem you had before. So they have to be laundered, and that's about $5-6. All hospital laundry is paid by the pound, and this thing's not light. It's a little bit heavier, so it does cost about $5-6 to clean.